What is the best kind of business to support your investor visa here in the United States? I'm immigration attorney Kalani Hawks Villafranca, and this is a question I get from my clients all the time. So I wanted to come here today and discuss a little bit about how you decide what business you are going to start and run to support your investor visa here in the United States. So, first of all, what is the investor visa? When I'm talking about investor visa in this video, I'm referring to the E2 visa, which is a non-immigrant visa that allows you to come and live legally and work legally in the US while you run your US business. It does not lead to a green card, but as long as your business continues to be functional and profitable, you can renew your E2 visa indefinitely. So you could be in the US for 20, 30 years on your E2 visa as long as your business continues to function and continues to meet the requirements of that E2 visa. So that's super exciting. It's really beneficial for a lot of families because the primary investor gets a visa to live in the US and to work in the investment business. The spouse gets a work permit to work anywhere in the US that they want to work, which is really exciting for couples where both members of the couple want to continue to pursue their careers. And your kids can live and go to school here in the US with you while you're on your investor visa. So how do you pick your business, right? You know about the E2 investor visa. You know it's interesting to you. You know you want to do it, but you don't quite know where to start. So the good news is almost any business will work to support your E2 investor visa. Now, when I say almost any, there are just a few that don't. So let's get those out of the way first of all. To support your E2 investor visa, a business has to be active and it has to give back to the US economy. That means if you just have money in the bank somewhere and you have a business idea, that's not enough. You actually have to start your business and get it up and running or almost about to start operations to the public in order to be eligible for a visa. So a business plan and some money in the bank won't work. That's not a business. Also, real estate investments don't work unless there's something else to them. So if you just buy real estate and you hold that real estate for yourself to make money as the real estate grows, that's not a business that will support an E2 visa because it's passive. There's no active economic activity in the United States other than the growth of value in the real estate. So those are the things that do not work. The most common things that I see that don't work are real estate or just a chunk of money in the bank without a real business plan or a real business activity. Other than those two things, almost any business can support your E2 investor visa. That could be a new business that you create in the United States. It could be a business that already exists that you buy from someone else, or it could be a franchise and you can either buy an existing franchise or open a brand new franchise. So any of those options will work. Any industry will work. There is no limit to industry or job that you do other than running the US business. So the E2 visa is so good for so many people because it gives you the creativity. So with that in mind, what I tell my clients is that the best business for your E2 visa is the one that you are excited about, the one that you know you can run successfully. Because to get your E2 visa, you have to satisfy the immigration officer at your interview that yes, you know what you're doing, you know how to run this business, and you can make it happen. So you want a business that you know how to talk about, that you're excited to talk about, and that you feel confident you can make successful because it's not just about your first visa. It's about your renewal. In 2 years or 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, whenever you have to renew, I want you to be able to show up and talk confidently about how great and successful your business is so you can get that renewal really quickly. So the best business for you is the one that you feel confident running. It doesn't matter that your friend has had success with something else or that you've heard that these kinds of businesses are really great. If you don't have the skills to run that business, don't do it. You want to be running a business that you can make successful. So what does that mean? Usually, you are going to want to incorporate your business before you start this process. So to get your E2 investor visa, you need to have a US business. It can't just be you doing activities in your personal name. You actually need a US incorporated entity. Usually, what you're going to want is an LLC, a limited liability corporation. You can incorporate in any state. But LLC is usually going to be the thing you want if you're the sole owner, or if you're 50-50 owners and you don't have outside investment. You have to be at least a 50% owner in order to get the e-visa. So keep that in mind. If you have 6 different owners and nobody has at least 50%, the e-visa is going to be harder for you. So you want to keep in mind that for the US business, you want to be at least a 50% owner of that business. And you're going to want to have the actual entity formed. Now, that entity can do a lot of different things. So sometimes my clients will form an LLC before they've decided what they want to do. They'll form an LLC and then they'll start looking for a franchise. And so you could do that. It might take you 3 months. It might take you 6 months. But then once you decide that that's the franchise for you, the LLC can purchase that franchise. Or you individually can purchase the franchise and assign the right of running the franchise to the LLC. There are a lot of ways to do this, but you have to have a US business entity. So you're going to want to incorporate. If you have anything that is not extremely simple, like if you have outside investment, if you have multiple owners, if your industry is heavily regulated, I really want to encourage you to meet with a business attorney who knows your industry and who can advise you on how to incorporate, where, what state, with what kind of capital investment, what kind of documentation, to make sure that you are thinking long-term about the success of your business. Yes, you can incorporate super quickly and get an LLC. And that might be great for you if you're a sole owner or you're a husband and wife owner and your interests are not in conflict at all. But if you have multiple people involved in this business, if it is a huge amount of investment, several $1 million, I want you to meet with business counsel and really understand the implications of certain kinds of US business entities. So with that in mind, now you've decided what kind of entity you're going to be. And so maybe you want to start a new business. A lot of my clients have a business abroad. Say you have a business in Mexico, you have a business in Spain, and it's already existing. It's been around for 2 years, 3 years, 20 years. It's successful. You know how to run it. And you've decided, I want to open into a new market. You can do that with an E2 investor visa. You can open your business here in the United States. Now you'll want to check with a tax advisor to decide, is it going to be a subsidiary? Is it going to be a completely separate entity, but you treat each other as vendors and partners? You can do anything to support your E2 visa, but you can open a branch of your business or a partnership mirror business here in the United States. And in that way, continue the career you've already built, doing the work you already know how to do. So you can start a branch of your own business that is already functional and successful abroad. You can open one here. And unlike the L visa, if you know anything about the L visa, if you get an E2 visa, you don't have to keep your foreign business operational. You can close it if you want to. Once you have the E2 visa, the foreign and US visa are not, the foreign business and the US business are not dependent on each other for you to continue to have your E visa. So that's a really big benefit that I like over the L. So that's great. You can start your very own business here, just like the one you have in your home country. And so a lot of people choose to do that because they are successful in their home country. They know how to run their business. They're already doing it. They just want to branch into a new market. And you can do that with the E2 visa. Or say you're a really high level employee, or you have essential skills in your business. And so you know how to do this thing not a lot of people know how to do. And you're ready to be a business owner. You can bring your skills over here, start your own business with your own skills, and be your own boss, which is really exciting. So that's the ways in which you can start a brand new business. The possibilities are literally limitless as long as your business is active and is going to contribute to the US economy through employment, vendor services, putting money back into the economy through any sort of profits. So you can do anything you want to do, you can make it happen. So that's if you want to start your new business. That's the first way to get your E2 investor visa. Say you want to buy an existing business. That is completely fine. There are plenty of businesses in the United States for sale. If you're going to buy an existing business to support your E2 investor visa, you have to make sure, excuse me, you have to make sure you pay a fair market value for that business. Excuse me. If you're going to buy an existing business in the United States to support your E2 investor visa, that is a great way to do it. You just have to make sure you pay a fair market value for the business you're going to purchase. This comes into play often with friends and family. If you have a friend or a family member who wants to sell you their business and they want to give you a deal, be careful with that. You're going to have to prove to immigration that you actually paid fair market value for the business that you've purchased. So if somebody gifting you a business isn't going to work, you really need to show that, hey, I paid $150,000 for this business, and this independent analyst said that's how much the business was worth in today's market. So you can buy any business you want as long as it's real, active. It's not just a real estate holding. It's really a business that does something, provides a good or a service to people in the United States. So now we know you can start any kind of business. You can start your own business, open a branch of your own business here in the US. You can buy an existing business. You can also open a franchise. A lot of my clients choose to open franchises because it comes with the support of the franchisor. So if you are new to business ownership, say you've worked in business, you're a professional, but you're not quite sure about what business you might want to start or run, you feel a little concerned about your ability to move to the US where you have never run a business before and get a business up and running, purchasing a franchise can be a really good option for you because it's going to come with a blueprint, right? The whole point of a franchise is that everything is spelled out. They tell you exactly what to do. So buying a franchise can be really exciting and a really good opportunity because it comes with the support of the franchisor and it comes with a roadmap to success. Buying a franchise can be really exciting because it comes with a roadmap to success. Now, you have to be quite careful about which franchise you buy. There are a lot of great franchises and they can be really, really good business opportunities. There are a lot of horrific franchises that are terrible business opportunities and are only there to make money for the franchisor. You can work with franchise consultants. I have franchise consultants that I refer my clients to who I know are honest and trustworthy, but be careful because not all franchise consultants have your best interest in mind. A lot of times they work for the franchisor and they're trying to help the franchisor make money, and they get money when the franchisor makes money. So they're not really, their interests aren't necessarily aligned with yours. So keep that in mind and do your research, do your homework. Don't just take at face value what they tell you about the franchise. I really encourage you to meet with a business attorney who can review the franchise disclosure document with you, help you see the pros and cons of your particular franchise before you make that purchase. And I can refer you to those people because I have people who I know and trust who do this work all day long and are really good at it. It really pays to spend the time to find the right professionals to support you in your investor visa application because you're going to be spending a lot of money on this, and it is the difference between success and failure of your US business. It is worth investing the time and money up front to find the right advice that you need and not the quick advice that maybe you want or feels like it would be helpful. And take this slowly and do it right. All right, let's see what else. So what are your next steps? We know that the best business for you for an E2 investor visa in the United States is the business that you are excited about and that you can make successful. As long as your business is active and will contribute positively to the US economy, you can do anything you want. This really is your opportunity to build your American dream. Do you want to open a branch of your own business? Go for it. Do you want to buy an existing business in an industry that you know and are excited about? Do it. Do you want the support of a franchisor who will help you along the way and knows already how to build a successful business in the United States so that you have the support you need to move to the US with confidence? Then do that. Whatever you want to do, you can make this happen. I would love to help you. Give me a call. My number is here below, 512-675-2945. Everybody in my office is bilingual in English and Spanish, and we can help you in whatever language you're most comfortable in. And I would love to guide you on your investor visa process. See you later.